Welcome back to the garage. Say hello to the latest innovation from Berger Motorsports, the all-new BMS Lightweight Wheel Spacer, crafted for enthusiasts who want the perfect blend of performance and aesthetics. Today, I'll be installing these hub-centric wheel spacers on my F22 BMW and break down why they're one of the best aesthetic upgrades you can do. Let's get started. Now, these aren't just any wheel spacers. The new BMS Lightweight Spacers are engineered for both street and track. They feature a hub-centric design, meaning the center bore matches your BMW's hub perfectly for a vibration-free fit. What makes these stand out? They come with new concentric floating seat lug bolts, which create a secure, high-performance fit while reducing friction during installation and removal. And because they're made of high-grade 7075 T6 aluminum alloy, they keep weight to a minimum while maximizing durability. Aside from the performance benefits, spacers are the easiest way to enhance your car's stance, giving it that flush look while improving lateral stability and even making room for bigger brakes or aftermarket suspension. Before we dive into the install, let's talk about tools. These will make your life easier and prevent damage to your wheels or other components. First, the BMS Billet Jackpad Adapter. BMWs are designed with specific reinforced jacking points, and if you ever try to lift one without a proper adapter, you probably know how easy it is to damage these points. They're typically made of plastic or a composite material, and putting a bare metal jack or lift directly on them can crack, deform, or even break these crucial areas. That's where a Billet Jackpad Adapter shines. Next, the BMS non-marring protective lug nut socket. If you've ever removed your BMW wheels, you probably know how easy it is to scratch or damage the lug nut recesses with a standard metal socket. Lastly, the BMS wheel hanger pin tool. This simple tool threads into the hub and acts as a guide, making wheel installation and removal safer, faster, and way less frustrating. No more juggling the wheel while trying to align the holes. Alright, let's get to the install. First things first, safety. Set the parking brake and jack up your vehicle. I'm using the optional BMS Billet Jackpad Adapter, which makes lifting the car safer and prevents damage to the factory jack point. Whether you're using a floor jack or a lift, this tool is a complete game changer. Next, let's remove the wheels. Grab a 17mm socket to remove the lug bolts. Again, I highly recommend the BMS non-marring protective lug nut socket. Once all the bolts are out, remove the wheel and set it aside. Now inspect the hub. If your hub is rusty or dirty, use a wire brush or sandpaper to clean it up. A clean hub ensures the spacer seats properly and makes future removal much easier. But if your hub is already clean, you can skip this step. A quick but important step before installing the spacer is applying a little anti-seize. Use the included packet of anti-seize on the top and the sides of the factory hub and the spacer hub only. This helps prevent the spacer from getting stuck over time. But if that happens, BMS spacers also have pry tabs on the back, making removal much easier. Now place a spacer onto the factory hub. It should sit perfectly flush with the brake rotor. Double check this. If there's even the smallest gap, do not use the spacer. This is where the BMS wheel hanger pin tool really shines. Thread the pin into one of the holes to help align the wheel as you place it over the spacer. This makes the process a whole lot easier. Next, grab the extended lug bolts that came with your spacers. Each spacer width has a specific bolt length, so be careful, do not mix them up if you have multiple kits. Secure the wheel by threading in the bolts and tighten them in a star pattern to ensure even pressure. Once the wheel is snug, grab a torque wrench and tighten the lug bolts to 105 foot-pounds of torque for F and G chassis BMWs, or 88 foot-pounds for E chassis BMWs. One last pro tip, after your first drive, check the bolt torque again as a precaution. This ensures everything is secure and safe. Check out the transformation. The wheels now sit perfectly flush with the fenders, eliminating that tucked-in look and giving the car a more aggressive and track-ready stance. On the road, the wider track width also improves cornering stability. So, are Berger Motorsports lightweight wheel spacers worth it? Absolutely. They offer a cost-effective solution to improve both the aesthetics and performance of your BMW. The installation is straightforward, especially with the right tools from BMS. Do you have experience with wheel spacers? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more automotive content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.